Hi, and welcome to today's at-home Pilates routine. Today we're going to be doing a series of exercises that are going to really stretch and strengthen and lengthen the body. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to begin in a side lying position. So we're going to get comfortable on the side body here, propping the head in the hand or outstretching the arm and resting the head on the arm. From here, we're going to stack our hips, draw our navels in toward our spines. And I'm just going to bend my lower leg here for a little bit more support. We're going to start with some large leg circles, focusing on really lengthening the leg and opening up in the hip. So elevate the leg up. We're going to lift and circle back, drawing a nice smooth circle in the air. Good, so we're really getting a lot of mobility in the hip right from the get-go. I want you to really lengthen through that big toe. Imagine your foot like a paintbrush, creating a nice big circle in the air. Now, as always, we want to try to keep our torso still and stable here. So if you need to slow down the movement or you need to make a smaller circle in order to do that, please do so. Drawing navel in, circling back, really isolating the work in the hip socket here. Lengthen, opening up in the hip, stretching and lengthening through the toe for one and last two. Good. Now we're going to circle forwards. So drawing those same nice, big, smooth, fluid circles. Make sure your neck is nice and long here. It's not straining in whatever position you're in, and adjust if it is. Breathe through the movement. Keep lengthening. Muscles in the thighs are engaged. Good. Keeping that torso still and stable so you're not rocking around. Good. Lengthen. Really exaggerate the range of motion by making it even bigger and even smoother. Good. Last two. And final one. Lower your leg down. Now outstretch both legs and bring them forward a little bit on your mat so that you're in a pike position. From here, we're going to lift the top leg, lengthen, bend, and slide the foot down the inside of the lowered leg. Lift, bend, slide. Good. Lift, bend, slide. So we're opening up in the hip here. Again, stretching and lengthening. Slow it down if you need to. Keep your belly button plugged in so that your upper body is still and stable. Get as much of a lift as possible. Sweep the leg up before bending it and sliding it down. Working into the hips, the thighs, and the glutes here. Nice work. Lift, bend, and slide. Now we're going to reverse that movement. We're going to slide, lift, and lower. Slide, lift, and lower. Nice work. Slide, lift, and lengthen, and lower the leg. Slide and lengthen. So you're just holding at the top of that lift and getting as much stretch and lengthening as possible. Good work. Up, lower, and slide. Good. Last two. And last one. Lift, and I'd like you to just pause here. Take a hold of your calf or whatever you can grab hold of and really stretch the leg towards you. Relax the neck here. Opening up through the hip, stretching the thigh and the hamstring. Breathe a little deeply here and then stretch the leg a bit closer towards you. Last breath, stretch it a little bit closer towards you, maximizing the stretch. And then exhale, slowly lower the leg down. Amazing. Now we're going to sweep the legs around to the other side of the mat. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Notice the difference you might feel between the two sides now, the side that's been worked and the side that has not been. We're gonna lift the leg up and now start those backward sweeping circles. So that lower leg is bent. It'll help with support, give you a more stable base of support for your body as you move into these circles. Good. Lengthen. Focus on starting to make this opposite side feel as good as the other side, as open, as long, as stretched. Good. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Drawing those nice fluid circles, moving with control. So always slowing it down if need be, if we're losing control. Focusing on keeping the toe pointed here so that all the muscles in your leg are engaged. You're lengthening out from the hip, out down the leg through the big toe. Good. We've got 3 and 2, really lift. And last 1. Now we're going to circle forwards. Good. Lengthening and lifting. Abs are engaged here. Neck is long, shoulders are down away from the ears. Breathing into the movement. Nicely done. We've got 3 and 2 and final 1, and lower the legs. Now we're going to stretch them out long. Plug belly in, make sure you're in a gentle pike position so you're hinging from the hips, legs come forward. And now we're going to slide the leg up and lift. Lower, slide the leg up and lift. Good. Slide and lift. Lower with control and lengthen at the top of the movement. Good. Slide up and lift. Lower, slide up and lift through the pointed toe. Stretching and opening through that hip, elongating the leg. Good. We've got 3 and 2 and final 1. Now we're going to bend and slide, lift. Bend and slide, lift. Good work. Keep bending and sliding. Nicely done. Fluid motion. Moving with control and stability in the torso. Lengthening. Lift and lower. We've got 4. Last 3. Keep it up. Final 2. And last 1. We're going to bring the leg up and stretch it towards us. Stretching and lengthening. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, pull the leg gently a little bit closer toward you. Breathing here, deepening the stretch. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, ease a little bit more deeply into it. Nice work. Inhale. And exhale, lower the legs. Amazing. Now we're going to come over onto our backs. And we're going to go into some ab exercises. So hands are going to come over the head. Fingers are long. We're bringing the legs into tabletop. So legs are into tabletop here. Shins are parallel with the floor. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to curl and crunch up. Arms come down by the sides. Inhale. And exhale, pressing the low back into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. So lengthening through the spine as you lower, and then curling and crunching up, drawing your navel down toward the mat as you come up. Nice long arms, long fingers. Shoulders away from your ears as you curl and crunch up. Now, if you're comfortable here, we're going to add the lengthening of the legs as we crunch. So we come up and stretch the legs. Then lower back into tabletop and repeat. Good. Inhale and exhale. If this feels like too much, just keep the legs in tabletop. You can even modify it further by keeping the feet flat on the floor if you need to as you come up into that crunch. Again, really pointing through the toes here so that you're really stretching the legs, engaging the thigh muscles. Good. We've got 2. And last one. Hold. Float your legs down to the mat. Bring your arms overhead. And we're going to go into some rollovers here. So we're inhaling, peeling up, reaching and stretching and folding over the body. Then we drop the shoulders and lower down, one vertebra at a time. So inhale, come up. Exhale, fold over, reaching toward the toes. Drop your shoulders and breathe out to lower. Good. Inhale to come up. Exhale to reach and stretch. Drop the shoulders and breathe out as you lower down. Good work. And exhale, belly to spine your whole way down. Good. 2 more. Good work. Last one, we're going to come up, lift, drop the arms, and we're just going to curve at the hip here. Sorry, curve in the spine and lower into a C curve. Then we're going to lift the right leg and lower it. Lift the right leg and lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So scooping your belly in towards your spine as you lower on the exhale. We've got 4, good. 3, abs are in. 2, point through the toe. Last 1, and lower. Now we're going to peel up again, slowly and with control. Drop the arms, sink back into your C curve, left side. Inhale up, exhale down. Lift and lower. So your shoulders are down away from your ears here. You're drawing your navel tightly in towards your spine. As you breathe out. We've got 4, 3, keep it up, 2, and final 1, lift. Now take a hold behind your leg and lower down onto the mat. We're going to go into our single leg stretch. If it's too much to hold behind the calf, grab behind the thigh, lift your opposite leg up so it's hovering above the mat, and we're going to pulse the leg toward the chest. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. And breathe out as you draw your leg in toward your chest. Focus on stretching the back of the leg and engaging the abdominals down toward the mat as you breathe out. If it's too much for head, neck, and shoulders elevated, simply lower them down to the mat and carry on with the movement. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs up, bend at the knee, and bring the feet down to the floor. From here, we're going to go into some leg circles. We're going to focus on pelvic stability here, and again, opening in the hip. So we're going to bring the right knee in toward the chest, hold the back of the leg behind the calf or the thigh. I want you to flex the foot and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Feeling that stretch. It's It's been a long while since I've done any deep active hamstring stretching, and it's tough, but it feels good. I hope it feels good for you too. Good. We've got 2 and 1. Point the toe. Leave the leg where it is. Drop your hands down to the sides of your body. From here, we're going to start circling. So we're going to sweep the leg just past the knee and around, stopping on the start point. Sweep past the knee and stop. That's 2. We've got 5 on this side. 3 and 4 and 5. Now, if you're good here, we're going to elevate head, neck, and shoulders up, and we're going to circle in the opposite direction, away from the knee and back up to the start point. For 4, 3, 2, keep the opposite knee still and stable, and 1. Release the leg lower and bend at the knee. Relax, head, neck, and shoulders down. Pull left knee in toward the chest and draw it up into your hamstring stretch. We're going to flex and point. Flex and point. Now, if your leg is a little bit lower, that's perfectly fine. Just focus on it being straight. Flex and point. Moving with the breath for 3 and 2 and final 1. Point. Lower your arms down by your sides. Sweep the leg past the bent knee and back to center, drawing that circle. Good. And 3 and 4. Nice, still even hips. And 5. Good. Now we're going to come up into our crunch position and circle the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, belly in, 4, nice stable body, and 5. Amazing work. Bring both legs up, bend both knees, and roll yourself up to a seated position. From here, we're going to go into an exercise called the saw. Again, stretching and lengthening here. Now I'm going to widen my legs as much as is comfortable. Do so for yourself. If you need a gentle bend, that's fine. Or if you want to sit up on a block, you just don't want any slumping in the spine. So find a position, either legs closer together or slightly bent, where you can really sit up, stacking your vertebra. Now from here, we're going to float the arms out to shoulder height. Neck is long. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to twist from the waist, bringing the fingertips toward the little toe. Reach and stretch, keeping opposite hip flat or an opposite bum cheek flat on the floor. Come up to center, inhale, and exhale, other side. Reaching and stretching, stretch a bit further, and back to center. So we're going to alternate sides here. Try not to let the opposite hip lift. Good. Inhale and exhale, stretching through the neck, the spine. Nice work, keeping the core engaged. So twisting from the waist and bringing it over. Good. Lifting, restacking. Inhaling and twisting. Exhale to reach. And bring it back up. Good. We've got 1 more each side. We're going to hold. Hold. Reach a little bit further. Reach a tiny bit further. And bring it back up. Amazing. Now we're going to do the same thing with a hold on the opposite side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Reach into it. Reach a bit further. A little bit further, and come up. Lift your shoulders up and circle your arms down. Good. Now from this position, we're going to go into a Superman. So we are going to move into all fours, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. From here, we're going to extend the left leg out long and the right arm out long. Now, this might be enough for you just to lift and lower. Lift and lower. So that's option 1, focusing on stability. Option 2 is to lift and then bring the arm to the side, bring the feet in toward the bum and tap the toes. So you're lengthening and tapping, lengthening and tapping, or lowering and lifting with the arm and the leg straight. So pick a level of challenge that's good for you. Keep your neck nice and long here, abdominals lifted toward the ceiling, focusing on stability and length. So as you stretch that arm and leg out, you are lengthening through the fingertips and lengthening through the toes. Keeping your shoulders at a nice balanced level so you're not leading up with one shoulder, and your hips are level as well, square with the mat. Good, we've got 3 and 2 and 1. Good work. Release it down. So now we're going to do the other side. You can stay facing that way, or you can turn around. I'll turn around so it's a bit easier for you to see. Nice stable beginnings here. Elongating the opposite leg and opposite arm. Find your length, find your stability across the shoulders. Now lift arm and leg. So you're either tapping and lifting, or you're swinging around with stability and bringing fingertips toward the toes. Good. Gentle bend in that supporting elbow. Pause for a moment as you're lengthening, and make sure those fingertips and those toes are stretching towards opposite ends of the room. Good. Focusing on stability here, building strength and coordination. We've got 3 and 2. Final 1. Bring it down. From here, we're going to walk the hands a little bit further out in front of us. Curl the toes and step back, lifting the hips high, coming into your downward dog. Stretch and lengthen through the spine, lift the tailbone high, gaze is on the shins here. Plug belly in, lifting and stretching. And from this position, we're going to come forward into a plank, hold, nice long body, abs are engaged, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Push it back into an elongating downward dog. Hold, stretch, deep inhale, and exhale, hold. This time for a count of 4. 1, 2, lift abdominal wall, 3, and 4. Send it back. Nice work. Stretch and lengthen, lift the tailbone high. Deep inhale, and exhale, coming forward for a count of 6, 5, 4, lift your abdominal wall, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back. A nice restorative stretch here. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to come forward and hold for a count of 8. Coming forward for 8, abs in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips back, lift a little bit higher through the hips and the tailbone. Now we're going to come and hold for 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and lengthen. And for our final challenge, we're going to hold plank for 20 seconds. Take a couple of deep breaths to prepare. Last breath, coming forward and holding. Good. Flexing through the heels. Position yourself so that your abdominals are lifted. Your body is in a nice straight line, so you're not lifting the bum here. Gentle bend in the elbows. Good. Nearly halfway. For 10, 9, 8. Lift abdominal wall. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees, take them nice and wide, big toes come together, and push back into child's pose. Stretching and lengthening through the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Sink a little bit more deeply into the stretch. Elongate through the tailbone. And on your final breath, bring yourself into a kneeling position. Turn and face me. We're going to lift our shoulders up by our ears and roll them down and back. For 3 and 2, melting away any tension. And last 1. Amazing work. I hope you enjoyed that workout. I hope you feel really strong and long and stretched. I look forward to working out with you again next time.